What's happening, everybody? Welcome to episode 130 of the Games and Graps podcast. My name is Sonny G, and I'm here, as always, with Finn Steele.
Hello.
And Steve.
Hello.
And we made it to week number 5. Is this the fifth week of the year as well? It is, isn't it? So we've managed to do one every week.
Yeah. We do it. 2021. It's our year.
5 times.
Yeah.
5 times.
Booker T didn't respond to the tweet that I sent to him yesterday.
No? Oh, rude.
Yeah.
Well, it was
that?
it was an ask book. He was like doing a Twitter Q&A, and all I asked was if he was still after Hulk Hogan.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
No, he didn't respond.
Oh.
I wonder why.
Goddamn Booker T.
God damn it.
Curse you, Booker. Right. So yeah, we're on a roll at the minute, guys. It's all going pretty well.
It is.
We're excited to be here. We're excited to be recording every week. We're having a blast with it. We hope you guys at home are enjoying listening or watching the podcast because we are now available in multiple formats, which is a wonderful thing. Now we just need to keep our consistency and we'll be all good.
Yeah. You're doing it. We're everywhere. You can't escape us.
No, that's it. We are literally going to be everywhere. So a little bit of housekeeping before we sort of crack on with the regular scheduled programming. I just want to thank everybody who tuned into the pre-show before the pre-show last week on Facebook for the Royal Rumble. It was on our Facebook and also the Powered 4 TV Facebook as well. And we really appreciate everybody who came along. We had an absolute blast doing it, and we look forward to doing more, starting with NXT Takeover Vengeance Day on February the 14th, which is a week on Sunday.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
So,
really good fun on Sunday doing that before the Royal Rumble. It's really good.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we look forward to doing more. It's going to be it's good to just keep us out there, keep us moving. Keep our faces and voices just amongst the internet podcasts that are out there. We're the best, but all the other ones are there as well, but we're the best one. So we're just keeping our voices and our faces out there for all of you wonderful people, and we really appreciate your continued support.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So we've got a lot to get through this week. We feel like it's a big podcast. There was a heap of wrestling this past week, and it's Games of the Month time, all the joys. And of course, we've got the next round of the Games and Graps Eliminator to get through as well. But of course, before we do that, we need to talk about the games that we've been playing this week. So Finn, I shall start with you. What have you been playing this week?
Hello. I haven't played a whole lot this week. Why
are you saying hello?
I don't know. That's automatic. Hello.
I'm still here.
Yeah, still here.
It's like he's already done his intro, but now he's saying hello again.
Hello. I haven't played a whole lot this week. It's been a fatty week of baffing about. So I've been playing. I started Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which is excellent.
It is excellent. What do you think? Is it everything you wanted and more?
Yeah, it's great. It looks amazing. It's plays amazing. Does most like the first one. I haven't got super far into it just yet. But I am finally able to play it on my TV. It took a lot of time and effort to try and make it work as good as I can. But it finally works. I'm playing it in 120 hertz, so 120 frames a second, which is very nice.
Okay.
It's super smooth. So that's cool. And that's about it, really. I haven't played a whole lot else this week. It's just, that, I guess.
What have you been doing?
I don't know. Working. Working and trying to fix my computer so it works on my TV.
Right, okay. And you engineered it like a genius, and you managed to play one game.
Yeah, let's play one game. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's really about it. It's a good game, though. Hell of a game.
Yeah, well, yeah, there is that. I mean, it's a great game. Yeah, no doubt about it. Great game. Glad you're enjoying it. Are you going to sort of stick with it, stick it out?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to play through it all. I'd like to get all the achievements, whether I will or not, I don't know. I'm going to play through it casually first time around and see what happens. Go from there.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So Finn's played one game this week. Steve, what about you?
I haven't played a lot either this week. It's been a bit of a strange week. This week's been a blur between 400 hours of wrestling football, not feeling very well. I've not played a huge amount, not on my Xbox anyway. I'll come on to that. A bit more onto that. So I dipped into FIFA a little bit, and I finished off the final couple of hours of the free trial that I had of UFC 4.
Okay.
Got my ass kicked in a championship match. So I'm not the champion, and now the trials ran out. So I'll just have to wait for the full game to come onto Game Pass before.
Well, at least you lost the championship at the right time.
Yeah. There's like literally 7 minutes left of the trial, and I thought I'm going to do it now. So that's pretty much it from an Xbox point of view. But I'm now the owner of a Nintendo Switch Lite.
Oh yeah.
Nice. So I bought Animal Crossing and Mario Kart 8 because
goodbye life.
Yeah,
that's another sale for Nintendo Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, so I've been playing.
Yeah, that's right. You're the people keeping that going. You're the reason that it's sold. Everyone on planet Earth has a Nintendo Switch now, but people still keep buying them and Mario Kart.
Yeah. So I've been playing those, and to be fair, so is the whole family, apart from the youngest one because he's only 2. But the whole family's been playing it. Claire's been playing. She started Animal Crossing. She loved it. She was on it for hours. Dakota absolutely loves playing Mario Kart, or Mario as she says, because she watches too much American TV or YouTube Kids at least. So yeah, fun, brilliant. It's just nice to be able to pick it up, turn it on, play, put it back down when the battery runs out, basically.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, the Switch it's such a great console. It really is. I mean, it is one of them things where, if you're watching something on TV, but it's not quite grabbing your attention and you do still want to play some games, you could just pick it up and, play away while still semi-paying attention to the TV. It's really cool like that. I mean, Animal Crossing will suck the hours out of your life.
Yeah. I was quite surprised. I didn't think it'd be my sort of thing, and then before I know it, it's like, oh shit, I've been on this for 4 hours and I need to go to bed. So I can see exactly where you're coming from.
It's a weird game like that. Yeah. It's really, you're not really doing an awful lot. You're just weeding and talking to like wild creatures, really, like just wildlife.
Yeah, it is strange. That's exactly what Claire said to me. She was about an hour in and she was like, so is this all this game is? Is this all I'm going to be doing? I went, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then about an hour or two later, I went up to bed, and then I woke up and I didn't know she'd come to bed and all of that sort of thing. So she was still playing it downstairs, despite a couple of hours earlier saying, well, is this it? But there was obviously enough to keep her entertained. So that's
it. It's super addictive as well. Like, even though you are only, it doesn't feel like you're doing much of anything, but it is ridiculously addictive. But it's a great game, and Nintendo, to be honest, have really, released a winner there because, all of last year when lockdown started, I feel like every man and his dog bought Animal Crossing and a Switch because the word of mouth caught on. Everyone started to be intrigued by it, and that really worked for them. And I mean, I think I saw that it's just sold an absolutely ridiculous amount. I think it was like 31 million copies of Animal Crossing or something. It was something crazy like that. I mean, wow. I mean, not many games sell that.
Is it 11 million in its first week or first weekend or something like that?
It was something stupid. Yeah,
that's crazy amount of games. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it from me in terms of games. I need to get back into Ori. I want to finish it. I don't want it to just be sat there and doing nothing before I get my teeth into another game. I've downloaded Resident Evil Remaster to want to get into that, but I want.
It's on Game Pass, isn't it now? Yeah.
Yes, yeah. It was on. I think it was on Games for Gold this month. So
yes, it is.
Games with Gold, whatever it's called, and
awesome game.
Yeah, I want to get back into something that I can get my teeth into, but I want to finish Ori first.
Fair enough. I've not been playing a great deal this week, to be honest. I've been playing. I just feel like you, this week has just flown by like so quickly that I've not really been or had time to do anything other than sit down. I mean, the Royal Rumble, like we stayed up to watch the Royal Rumble, and then foolishly, I had work the next day, so that walloped me. But me and Kay were sort of like sleeping by 8:30. that on the Monday, we were just like, you know what, fuck this, let's go to bed.
Yeah.
And then, I just felt the same sort of all week. I've not really I don't feel like I've played much of anything. Like, I can't think of anything that I have played. I know I did play Destruction All-Stars, that much I do remember.
Oh, yeah.
Which is one of the PlayStation Plus games this month for PS5. And I really like it. I think it's really good. It's basically, it's cool because it's on foot and like in vehicles.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of different things to it, and I really like it. I can't explain it much more than that. It's like Rocket League meets Destruction Derby meets just sort of running about and collecting stuff. It's a really cool game. The one thing that was annoying, which they now have patched, is like when you jumped into a multiplayer lobby, all of the chat came through the controller.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
And it was like, why is this a thing? Why has that happened? Why have they put that into the game? But they have patched it out now because everyone complained about it, because it was stupid, for lack of a better term. Because obviously the PlayStation controller has a built-in like speaker.
Yeah.
I mean, this doesn't happen with all multiplayer games. Like if you jumped into a COD lobby, the chat wouldn't come through the speaker.
Yeah.
But for some reason, this game did have that, and there was no option to mute all unless you went out of the game, muted the chat, and then went back in. But you had to do that every single match.
Yeah, it didn't help that the controller also had a microphone on it, so just everyone, I think it's on by default as well, so everyone just speaks into it and like without even really knowing that it's on sometimes.
Yeah, I had to turn mine off because I was laughing at something, and I realised that my mic was on. And I was like, oh shit, okay, so I had to just turn my mic off. It's such a stupid thing to be defaulted into a game. I don't get why they did it, but I am glad they've patched it out.
Yes, good. I have it downloaded on my PS5. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I will at some point. It does look really fun from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, it is. It's really good fun, and definitely. I mean, while it's free, you may as well check it out because it's a good fun game, and it's literally cost you the price of your PlayStation Plus subscription. So definitely worth checking out. But otherwise, I've not really played an awful lot. I checked out God of War because that's had a PlayStation 5 patch update.
Nice.
And looks and runs great in 4K 60 FPS. Looks really good. And I also checked out the PlayStation 5 update for The Division 2 as well, which also looks and runs great on PlayStation 5.
Awesome.
Cool.
I've downloaded Control, like the PS5 version. I do intend to play through it, but I just haven't had a chance yet. So, yeah, that, and I re-signed my contract with All American Wrestling on Wrestling Empire. They wanted to change my gimmick, so now I wear literally what Roddy Piper wears. So I was wearing blue pants with boots and so a lot like Timothy Thatcher, and then in backstage segments I'm wearing a kilt and a white t-shirt. So but if you tell them no, they're like, well, you don't have a choice anyway. You've changed. This is it. This is what you're wearing now. So
yeah, it's kind of us.
Are you Sonny McGarner now?
No, I'm not. I'm I can't remember what I'm Ewan something. I was Sonny G, and then the guy was like, this is what we want you to be now. So yeah, they changed my name, and I had no choice in it.
I like that. I think that's a really, really cool feature to put into a wrestling game.
Yeah.
Because it happens in real life. So
yeah,
that's really cool. It's really cool that happens.
Yeah,
and I like that screenshot that you put as well.
Oh, Chris Benoit is disappointed that Uranus has left. Uranus, of course, would be Saturn.
Oh, yeah.
And Chris Benoit would be name redacted.
Yes, of course. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. He never happened. He was never a real thing. But yeah, so it's a really, now you've got a Switch, Steve. Definitely check it out, and you should check it out as well. Phil. It's really, really good, and it's just so random. I mean, I'm the United States champion of All American Wrestling, but I want to be the heavyweight champion. But they won't sort of bump me up the card. I'm just sort of forever the United States champion. So I only signed a 9-week contract. So once this is done, I think I'm going to move on and hopefully go for heavyweight championships and different promotions.
Cool.
You're the Bobby Lashley of All American Wrestling.
I am, yeah. I am the Bobby Lashley of All American Wrestling.
Yeah.
Forever in the mid card, like carrying the mid card. And like even comes up like when you finish a match, like because you get like status updates and it says like whatever my character's name is limited by the restraints of All American Wrestling. Oof. It's like there's no restraints, just bump me up the card. That was part of the contract that I signed that I wanted to be. Yeah, because you get to pick your clauses and stuff in your contract, and I wanted to be the champion. So, is what it is, I suppose.
You'll have to leave them.
I'm going to have to, yeah. Well, if they don't offer me a better contract, or if I don't challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship against, I think Macho Man or their version of Macho Man is the champion at the minute. So unless I'm right up there with the Macho Man, I'm going to leave. That's pretty much it. I mean, I've not really, like I said, I've not really had much time. I've not even jumped into Mario 64 this week either. I feel like just time has been sucked up by nothing this week, and now here we are recording again. So
yeah.
But there is stuff that I'm going to sink my teeth into probably a bit later today. Me and Kay usually sort of have chilled weekends at the minute because there's not really enough else we can do. So she plays The Sims on the laptop, and then I sort of jump on the consoles and stuff. So yeah, hopefully this weekend I'll be able to get a bit more gaming in. Cool. So it is the first podcast of the month. And you know exactly what that means. We get to go through the games of the month.
Yay.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Finn, where have you had the list from this month?
It's from releases.com, which I think is a new website. They used last week as well. Last month.
Right. That sounds pretty legit. So
yeah.
If they can't get it right and that's the name of their website, then there's something desperately wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite a niche website, isn't it? It's releases.com.
Yeah, so, release it. Yeah. Is that just games or is that like everything, like films and?
He's got movies and cinemas and Blu-ray and DVD. And, yeah.
Oh, so they're covering a shitload of ground, like all the ground.
Exactly. Yeah.
All the ground.
All the ground. Yeah.
That's what it's on US mode. Okay, it's UK. There we go. Right, so there's a lot of crap on here. So I'm trying to skip through it.
Oh, you do surprise me, Finn. You really do surprise me. Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a hard-hitting month of, big games.
Yeah. Big garbage. Right. So we'll start with games that are already out. Came out on the 2nd. You have, of course, Control Ultimate Edition. Came out on PS5.
Yep. I can't wait to see it, actually. I'm really looking forward to playing it. I mean, the ray tracing is supposed to look amazing. So I can't wait for that.
I find it does some good, like, control stuff. Not control stuff, but, like the controller, DualSense stuff with, like, the rumble and the triggers and stuff.
Yeah. So there's good control stuff for Control.
Yeah. Makes sense, I guess. Of course, we had the Destruction All-Stars, we've just been talking about.
Yep. Good
Very
stuff.
cool.
Check that out. It's free. If you have PlayStation Plus, I guess.
Absolutely. You have a game called Nuts.
Yeah, good.
A single player
Yim is the star of that game. You'll need to go back to last week's podcast for that reference.
Oh yeah. It's a single player surveillance mystery. Record the squirrels, report your findings, and piece together what's really going on in Meltmouth the Forest. It's like a mystery game. Yeah, it's like a mystery game. Start off by recording, like taking pictures of squirrels, and then it kind of elevates from there, I guess.
What a weird game! Like, who's thought of that?
I don't know, but it sounds pretty nuts.
Okay. You got the
come on.
Oh, I do. Hold on.
Yeah, you should be like well in there with that.
Yeah, I don't know, but it sounds pretty nuts. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we have a game called Haven. Haven is an adventure RPG about everyday love, rebelling against the rules and also food. All right. You play as two lovers who escaped to a lost planet. The only thing that matters to them is to stay together. You're able to play it solo or with a special someone. So solo for me then.
I'm sorry, Finn.
It's like a cool looking.
I think I saw a trailer for that. Is that on PlayStation?
PS4, PS5, Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X.
Cool. Everything then.
Yeah, it looks decent.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. Look forward to playing that by myself. What else we got? Let's skip through a lot of garbage here. So So much garbage. Holy shit. Okay. It's a game called Pacer, which is already out on, I think, PS4 and PC. Coming out on Xbox One. It's sort of basically Wipeout.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's literally just Wipeout, but new. It looks very pretty.
Wipeout, man. What a game.
Yeah. Very cool.
Hell of a game.
Hell of a game. Great on PlayStation VR as well.
Oh, yeah. Very cool. Yeah.
Did you play that, Finn?
Wipeout? What, VR Wipeout? Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
That's really, really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. But yeah, that's great. Wipeout clones they always seem to be pretty good, actually. There's not many bad Wipeout clones. There's a good one on Switch. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah. But Wipeout clones are cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
If you miss Wipeout, go check that out.
Yeah, looks very cool. Here we have a game called Grey Skies: A War of the World Story, based on the great work of H.G. Wells. Explore the English countryside and encounter iconic concepts such as black smoke, red weed, I know, and of course the almighty fighting machine and its heat ray. If you like War of the Worlds, here's a game for you. It looks fine.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of low budget, like little game, but looks alright.
Shocked.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. I mean, I like War of the Worlds. I like the concept of it. I always sort of enjoyed I like the movie, the Tom Cruise movie. It's not great, but it's not shit either. It's I like stuff like that. So
yeah,
I won't be checking out that game though. Absolutely no.
Yeah, it comes out on PC, Switch, and Xbox. No PS4. Sorry, PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation. People don't care.
Yeah.
No one's going, God damn, I wish that War of the Worlds game was on PlayStation.
Damn you. Cool. What else we got? We got a game you guys won't care about, but a game called Ys 9 Monstrum Nox, which is the 9th game in the series, obviously. So Ys Origins is where our intro music comes from, on the facts. So it's very cool. Again, low budget, but it's cool, like action RPG. Been around for ages, literally since I think PS1 sort of time. And yeah, cool. It's action RPG. It's very cool, very anime. And it's a game series I really would like to get into, but it's just so many. I don't know where to start. There's no time. Played a few of them. They will be fun. Yeah.
That sounds great, Finn. I'm really excited for you.
Yeah, I know, right?
And everyone else who's played the other 8 games in that series I can't pronounce.
Yeah, Ys. What's it got? A Neo collection. Neo being the sort of Dark Souls-ish game made by Team Ninja. Very fun.
Apparently, it's not that much better than the PS4 version. There's not that much enhancement in terms of looks and stuff.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, I thought that. Supposed to be good. I mean, I've played a little bit of the first one, and yes, it is good. But yeah, if you're a Dark Souls, Demons, if you're a Soulsborne fan, this is for you, 100%.
Yeah,
but you already know what it is. That's very it's quite a niche thing, really. I think.
Yeah, it's a cool little game. Team Ninja
PlayStation exclusive as well.
Yeah, PS5. Nice. And we've got Little Nightmares 2. Little Nightmares being a cool little horror indie game. Little Nightmares 2 coming out. Looks very cool. Sort of like a platforming game, sort of, but like a horror game.
Yeah, it's like a platforming horror game. It's really, the first one's cool, and I'm sure the second one. It's been a long time coming. Actually, I feel like Little Nightmares has been out for ages.
Yeah, a long time. Yeah, it's very cool. I might check this out. I don't know. I never got around to playing the first one, so I might go back and play that at some point. I think I own it, but yeah, it's very cool. Cool art style.
I think I've got it. I think I've got the first one. I'm not sure. It's probably there somewhere.
Yeah, me too. What else we got? Oh, here we go. This is the game for you, Sonny. A game called Pretty Princess Party.
Yeah. I've been keeping my eyes out for this one. I'm super excited. I can't believe it's finally coming out.
Yeah, exclusive to Switch. Become a princess of a magical castle. Pretty Princess Party on the Nintendo Switch transports you to a magical land to explore a long abandoned enchanted I can read castle. learn to be a princess. Yeah, learn to be a princess and decorate the castle any way you wish. Yeah, it looks cute as hell if you're into girly little dolls and stuff.
Steve, that sounds like one that you will almost definitely have to buy for Dakota.
Maybe.
Yeah, it like, yeah.
Is it? It's not one of them like weird anime ones, is
No,
it?
no, no.
Shiny vagina ones, is it?
No, it's like an innocent little kids game.
I was hoping not. The fact that Sonny had recommended it for my 5-year-old daughter. So
Yeah, to be honest, I recommended it without even knowing that it wasn't a shiny vagina one. It didn't even cross my mind that was it. You went there. You went to that dirty place. You dirty boy.
I was making sure, as the responsible father that I am. Okay.
You don't let your daughter play it, and you play it yourself. If, of course, it is a shiny vagina one.
Yeah, no shiny vaginas here, sadly. Basically, it's like a collection of mini games. Basically, you got like, mini games including cake decorating, horse racing, and dancing, and
vagina shining.
And vagina shining. Yeah, fun time.
I don't know why anyone listens to this podcast.
Because we're hilarious. That's
true. Yeah, we are. We are. Yeah, we are definitely hilarious.
Is it appropriate? Speaking of shiny vaginas, we have a game called Galgun Returns. Which is a re-release of a game. It's basically it's a shooter, like a 3D shooter, kind of like sort of a House of the Dead kind of thing. Imagine that, but with anime girls, and you're shooting them with like love and making it. Yeah.
What do you mean love?
I'll read the description. Galgun is the entertaining story of a young man who becomes super popular with the opposite sex and is now living the unfortunate life of having every lady that looks his way confessing their undying love for him. I know that feeling.
Yeah.
But he must steel himself and fend his would-be lovers off with his special weapon, known as the pheromone shot, as he tries to win the affections of one of the main protagonists. Galgun is a crazy combination of arcade-style shooting action and dating sim that truly has no equal. So yeah, if you're into shooting schoolgirls and making this, clean up their skirts and stuff, this is the game for you.
Finn, I want you to answer me a question honestly.
Sure.
Do you own any of the Galgun games?
Yes. I mean, no, right. Of course. Gross. No, I don't. Because I'm not, a weirdo.
What's that weird game that you did have though? That you streamed that time?
Oh, Senman Kagura.
That's it.
Yeah. All I knew about it was it was an easy platinum and was sort of like Dynasty Warriors and it had boobs in it. I was like, sweet. But yeah, we going through like a really lonely time then or something. Yeah, but no, it was just like one of those things that I'm an easy platinum, sure, why not? And I played it and was like, oh, maybe not. Maybe.
Well, the kind of game that you don't want your mum to walk in on you playing.
Yeah, it's the kind of game you don't want on your trade list, but I'm stuck there now. Maybe I'll go back and platinum at some point just for lols, just for fun.
Can you stream it on our Twitch channel, please?
Yeah, we'll do.
Do it.
Cool. Coming out on the same day, something far less creepy. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury.
Oh yeah, I forgot this was coming out this month.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's very cool, like an enhanced version of Super Mario 3D World. Along with a whole new expansion, basically a whole new game. Looks sort of like Mario Sunshine almost. Looks super like epic and cool. Like Bowser looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Yeah,
so good. If you like Mario, this is going to be amazing. Obviously, Nintendo games always are, especially Mario games.
Yeah, I mean Nintendo first-party games are ridiculous, to be fair. So, yeah, that's going to be great.
Yeah, absolutely. Look forward to playing that. What else have we got? A game called Kick Its Bunny. Solve block puzzles in the bunny world by kicking it, restoring the figures. You can play the game alone or with friends. It's a puzzle game.
Why? Why? I don't get it. Who is making these games, and who are they making them for? I just don't get it. That sounds shit. It sounds awful.
Yeah, let me get this right. You have to kick a bunny.
You kick bunnies, right?
No, you kick boxes. You're playing as a bunny. You're kicking like blocks and trying to solve puzzles.
Okay.
I'm not sure a game where you kick bunnies would be very popular.
Yeah,
to be honest.
It's like one of those games just trying to be all funny and wacky. It's like, oh, there could be bunnies kicking things. It's like, it's fine.
Sounds shit.
Yeah.
The creators were probably really big fans of this podcast before that.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Like, fuck this podcast. We'll go on to something else, dude. Don't talk about shiny vaginas.
Speaking of shiny vaginas, I've got a game called Puss, Puss. Insane, absurd, and intense avoidance of game about the cat. It's about the cat, Sonny.
Is it that one that was advertised when the PS5 was revealed?
I don't think so. No,
it isn't that?
Oh. It's just them like indie little puzzle game, I guess. I can't really tell from the screenshots. It looks weird. But yeah, it's a game about cats.
People will definitely be looking at that thinking, oh, that sounds like something that my pervert self would enjoy. Click on it and it's actually about a cat, and then they'll be like, okay, no.
Yeah, I don't think what type of game it is. No, you know.
When Senran Kagura out.
Yeah. That's already out. What else we got? Oh, here we go. A game I'm definitely going to play. Persona 5 Strikers.
Yeah.
In Japan. I don't know why they changed it. Coming out on PS4, Switch, and PC. Actually, a Dynasty Warriors style-ish sequel to Persona 5.
Yeah, it looks super stylish as well. I mean, like Persona 5 is ridiculously stylish anyway. Yeah. But this, I've seen some footage of this and it looks really, really good. So
cool.
that will sell so well.
Yep, absolutely. I'm gonna try and get to Persona 5 again before I play this because it's
really?
Yeah. It's been sent my backlog for ages. The new one.
Did you get the Royale?
Yeah. I planned to go back and play the original to get a platinum, but then this was announced. I thought, well, I might as well wait for this version and platinum that instead.
Fair enough, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Great game, really great game. I would love to put the hours in and finish Persona 5. I have it. I really like it. Yeah. I just don't know when if I will ever get the chance to do it. If it was on Switch, that'd be perfect. But but Persona 5's not though, is it?
No, sadly not. But yeah, very, very cool. Look forward to playing that. Hopefully
some dicks in there as well. There's probably shiny vaginas in there as well, isn't there?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Cool. What else have we got? Bravely Default 2, which is a little JRPG made by Square. More like classic turn-based Final Fantasy type of games. It's actually the third game in the series. You got Bravely Default, Bravely Second, which is the sequel to Bravely Default, and then Bravely Default 2, which is its own standalone game. It's a bit weird, but cool.
I'm glad that you're here to cater for the people that like those games, because like me and Steve are like just dumbfounded when you talk about it. We're just like,
yeah, it's weird that they called it Bravely Default 2, considering it's the third game. That confused a lot of people, including me. But I played the demo on Twitch. It's very, very cool. If you're into like classic, old school JRPGs, this is
which
for you.
We are.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. And other than a bunch of random stuff, Taxi Chaos, which is a game based on Crazy Taxi, obviously.
There's based on, and then there's ripping it off completely.
Yeah, there's pretty much ripping off completely.
We're literally the offspring away from this being just Crazy Taxi. It looks great. Don't get me wrong. It looks really good. It just looks like a new Crazy Taxi with a different name.
Yeah.
I'll definitely. When's that out, by the way?
It's on the 23rd.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out. That looks great.
Yeah. Description says Taxi Chaos is a fresh and modern take on classic taxi games. Just one, as far as I know, where drivers can earn big fares by successfully picking up and dropping off customers at a destination of their choice, like a certain other taxi game.
Yeah. God damn it. I love Crazy Taxi.
It's so good. I'm on my phone, actually. Rush around town to pick up the craziest of customers and deliver them on the time as fast as you can.
Let's go make some crazy money.
Yeah. Are you ready? Here we go. Okay.
Yeah. Great game.
Yeah, so good. Great soundtrack. And yeah, a bunch of like weird Japanese games, like the always are, like visual novels kind of things. And that's about it, as far as I can tell.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
There we go. That was a shorter Games of the Month this time around, I think.
Yeah, I skipped a lot. But yeah.
Is that because there's just a bunch of garbage on there?
Pretty much. A bunch of nothing.
Okay. A bunch of nothing.
A bunch of nout.
A bunch of zilch. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Big hit,
yeah. What's the pick of the month?
I'm going to go for Persona 5 Scramble, Strikers.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the biggest release of the month. For me, the thing I'm looking forward to most is the Crazy Taxi ripoff.
Galgun. Oh yeah, Great Zaki. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Me too. Yeah. Cool.
All right. Absolutely good times. Okay, so before we move on to the week in wrestling, it's time for round 2 of the Eliminator.
Yeah.
So,
Finn Steele is currently leading the series 1-0. But there's a little bit of controversy last week, actually, and I just want to fix one of the answers that I gave. So it was the last question. It was about what was the last pay-per-view to air on Channel 4 in the UK. I gave the answer Armageddon because it aired in December. The actual answer was Vengeance. Now, I was right in the pay-per-view. It was one where Chris Jericho won the WWF Undisputed Championship. Or was it WWE then? I can't remember.
I think it was F still.
I think it was F, wasn't it? Because then get the F out, and when Brock Lesnar was like the year after. Yeah. Okay. So it was Vengeance and not Armageddon, but it was the right pay-per-view, and neither of them got it right anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Speaking of other questions.
Well, no, we're not going there with that because
Nintendo came out in 1992 in the UK. Came out in 1991 in America, where we don't live, and 1990, I think, in Japan.
Yeah, it was 1990 in Japan, yeah. So technically that answer was correct for one part of the world. And you won anyway, Finn.
I know. It didn't matter, but I just wanted to put it out there. I was right.
Hey.
And I said 1989, so I got none of them. None of the three. It was 1991 and 92. So
yeah,
you still won, Finn. It's all right. Let it go. Let it go, mate.
I will. I'll let it go.
All right. So the rules of the Eliminator. Each competitor starts with 5 lives. The one with lives remaining at the end of the questions wins.
Yeah.
Play along at home. Let us know your answers on social media. You can tweet us or Instagram us or Facebook us at Games and Graps on all of those things. First question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready.
All right. Cue the music. Okay. Good question. In which video game did Yoshi make his first appearance? Was it A, Super Mario Brothers? Was it B, Super Mario Brothers 3? Was it C, Super Mario World? Or is it D, Mario Kart?
Let's do that first.
I initially thought Mario Kart, but I'm going to go with C.
Super Mario World?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not up on my Nintendo, so someone's going to probably laugh now and go, oh, it came out in 2010. I ain't got a clue. So I'll stick with C.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. It's C. It's Mario World.
There you go. Finn's answered the question for you. It is indeed C.
Yeah.
Can we play the question right noise, please?
Ding.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. Here's a wrestling question.
Wrestling.
Okay. Yeah, the 1992 Royal Rumble was the first Royal Rumble match to be competed for the WWF Championship. So the winner won the WWF Championship. Who was the winner? Was it A, Sid Justice, B, Hulk Hogan, C, The Ultimate Warrior, or D, Ric Flair?
I'm going to go with Ultimate Warrior.
Okay.
D, Ric Flair.
Woo.
And the answer is D, Ric Flair. Finn, a life lost for you.
Damn. Again, before my time. Darn.
And mine.
Can we have the noise to signify that you've lost a life, please?
Great noise.
All right. Finn is down to 4 lives.
Yeah.
Question number 3. Replacing Tiger Woods, which golfer became the new title athlete for PGA Tour video game series in 2015? Was it A, Phil Mickelson, B, Nick Faldo, C, Rory McIlroy, or D, Happy Gilmore?
The first name that came into my head was Rory McIlroy, so I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, Rory McIlroy.
The answer is Rory McIlroy. Congratulations, both of you.
Yay.
I think you got a sports question right.
I did it.
Congratulations,
Awesome.
Finn.
Thank you.
So this is wrestling and video games in one,
No.
just like this podcast.
Yeah, appropriate.
Which famous wrestler had a cameo appearance in Saints Row 4? Was it A, Sting? Was it B, Goldberg? C, Roddy Piper? Or D, Hulk Hogan?
Sting Goldberg.
I'm going to go with Roddy Piper.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Goldberg.
Okay. The answer was Roddy Piper.
Yeah, knew that one. Yeah.
So, Steve, you lose a life, my friend.
Cool. Good game.
Is that 4-all?
Yeah.
So you're both down to 4 lives with 3 questions left.
Oh.
Cool.
Okay. Next question. What is the name of the DJ in Burnout Paradise?
Ooh.
Is it A, DJ Apocalypse? Is it B, DJ Uranium? C, DJ Atomica? Or D, DJ Look at MC Neat?
I haven't got a clue, so I'm going to go A.
DJ Atomica sounds familiar, but I don't know for sure.
Okay. What's your final answer, Finn?
I'll say Atomica.
Okay. The answer is DJ Atomica.
Yes. Burnout Paradise, hell of a game.
Great game. Really good game. The remastered, you can get the remastered. It's on EA Access. Good times.
Yeah. Hell of a game.
All right. So, Finn, you keep a life. Steve, you lose a life.
Unfortunate.
2 questions left. Steve has 3 lives. Finn has 4 lives. In Rocket League. Okay. In Rocket League, scoring a goal whilst upside down is classed as what type of goal? Is it A, an armadillo? B, a turtle? C, a crab? Or D, a squirrel?
I was never good enough Rocket League to be able to score goals upside down.
Same.
I'm going to go A. Again, don't think I've ever scored an upside down goal.
Okay. So
I'll go with turtle, but I have no idea.
okay. The answer is turtle.
Oh, wow.
Fucking hell.
What a guess.
I'm having a mare.
Now, Steve, you are down to 2 lives. Finn still has 4.
Yeah.
Game over then, isn't it?
It is game over.
Game over.
It is game over, but
Dead rubber question.
dead rubber question. Ready?
Yeah.
In which year was popular game Snake first made available on Nokia phones? Specifically on the Nokia 6110. Was it A, 1996, B, 1997, C, 1998, or D, 1999?
I'll say 96. I have no idea.
Okay.
I'll go 97.
The answer is 1998. Both wrong.
Damn.
So you both lose a life. Steve, you would be down to 1, and Finn, you are down to 3. Should we have a bonus question?
Cool.
Do a
Sure.
bonus question. Let's go for it.
And
Okay.
the Nokias were indestructible, strongest substance nature man, unbreakable.
Yep. What, Nokia phones? Oh yeah, definitely. The best Nokia phone for me is the Nokia 3210, and it's still a great phone now.
I think everyone had the Nokia 3210.
Yeah,
hell of a phone.
Great phone, top phone.
That's it.
Okay, next question. Bonus question. Means absolutely nothing. Originally named Jumpman, in which 1981 game did Mario first appear? That's an open question.
I know it. I'll let Steve answer.
Is it a Donkey Kong game?
It is a Donkey Kong game, yes?
Donkey Kong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. Donkey Kong.
Okay, it is actually Donkey Kong. Congratulations, Steve. That's a great guess.
Yeah.
Good
I knew
stuff.
it. It wasn't a guess. I did know it. Yeah.
Ah, okay. There we go. So Finn now leads the Eliminator 2-0. But Steve, that was a good effort, I thought.
Yeah. It's multiple choice, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
You got to
To be
guess.
fair, Finn, guessed a lot there as well.
I got lucky on DJ Atomica and the turtle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like turtles.
I need to up my game. I need to up my game.
You need to get some research done. We've got a shitload of questions. There's more video game than wrestling questions in there this week, but next week we'll go with more wrestling questions, maybe.
That's unfair.
Cool.
All right, so that's round 2 of the Eliminator. Finn leads the series 2-0. I have no idea where this ends or even why we're playing, but it's good fun. And like I said, guys, if you've been playing at home, let us know. Let us know what you got. No cheating either. Don't come to us and go, I got all of them right because I'm just a fucking genius.
Yeah, no Googling.
Squinny was honest with his answers last week, which I'm happy about. Yeah. So good times. So yeah, here's up with your answers.
Some sort of punishment at the end for whoever the loser is, which will probably be me. So I don't know.
We'll think of something.
Well, yeah, we'll think of something.
Maybe it could be play one of those shiny vagina games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not. No.
Maybe
Watch every WrestleMania back to back.
Oh Jesus!
Oof. Fucking hell. I don't think we've got that much time.
Well, I think someone worked it out, and it's something like 180 hours or something stupid. Anyway,
geez. Right. Speaking of wrestling, before we move on to the week in wrestling, I just wanted to just to bring this up. It's video game related still. The fact that we've finally got a trailer, a new launch trailer for Retromania Wrestling.
Yay!
Cool.
Which looks great. That's coming out on everything basically, which is it's basically the official sequel to WWF WrestleFest from the arcades.
Awesome.
Which is still a fucking great game, by the way.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Also, Action Arcade Wrestling is coming as well. This was originally the Chikara Pro video game, but due to circumstances, Chikara Pro is no longer a thing. And this is now Action Arcade Wrestling. Now, this is actually a follow-up to previous Action Arcade Wrestling games, and it looks a lot of fun. It's still keeping some of the elements that were present when it was going to be the Chikara Pro game, but the trailer came out yesterday, I believe, and it looks a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's decent.
Yeah, definitely. Check that out.
It's great to see so many wrestling games starting to pop up because there's been literally over the years it's just been WWE and WWE only. Yeah.
We've got AEW game coming as well, haven't we? At some point,
and also there's a game called The Wrestling Code coming out as well.
Oh yeah,
which is a game from Virtual Basement.
Cool.
Which looks really cool. It's got a load of indie guys signed, and it's also got some people that you would know as well, like Brian Cage.
Oh yeah.
So that's coming at some point as well, hopefully this year. So there's a lot of wrestling games to look forward to. The best wrestling game of all time is still Wrestling Empire, though. So go play it out.
I did a bit. I thought of or just saw. If you're into this kind of thing, the new expansion for Final Fantasy 14 online got announced yesterday, which is called Endwalker. Very cool. Final Fantasy 14 is a game I would love to get into. Apparently, the story and stuff's very cool. And just the whole atmosphere is very, very cool. I just don't have time. It's so big.
That's what she said.
Yeah. It's
so big and thick. It's really hard.
Yeah, to get into it. Yeah. Yeah, then you play
Alright.
listen to this. There you go. Hell of a game.
There you go.
Cool.
I'm sure there's some Final Fantasy fans out there listening to this podcast somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Right. The week in wrestling.
Wrestling.
Look how prepared I am now, by the way.
Look
Okay,
at that.
logging on 15 minutes early into the studio to get all this stuff for us and get all the nice tickers. Took us long enough to actually start the podcast because of faffing. That's my fault. But we got there in the end, and you get a very nice looking podcast.
You're welcome.
Yeah. We've really stepped our game up this year.
Oh, hell yeah.
It feels like you said, we were talking about this the other day in the group message that we've got for this delightful podcast. It just feels like a fresh start for us.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, I know this is episode 130, but like it really does feel like a fresh start for us.
Yeah. It's been on and off for various reasons. But we're finally, we've all had a good place and we're all ready to go, charging forward. We've got Steve with us now. I think Steve's influence has helped.
Definitely, definitely. It's like the driving force behind us, because me and Finn are lazy pieces of shit. And like, if we can't be bothered, or we're just feeling a little bit under the weather, we're like, nah, fuck this. But now we're fighting fit, and we're all in a good place. We're all having despite what's going on in the world as well. We're raring to go, and this is where we hope that you all continue to share the journey, and also any sort of shares or anything like that, anyone you can tell about the podcast, please do, because any sort of sharing or spreading of the word really does help us, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, the week in wrestling. So the Royal Rumble was this past Sunday, and it was a good show, I thought.
Yeah, decent.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Longer than advertised, which means I got less sleep before work, but it is what it is.
Cool.
The things we do for wrestling.
Yep.
Yeah, it did go on longer than I thought. When I looked at the clock and I was like, holy shit, it's 3:45.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on? I had a bit of a tired phase during the last man standing match, not because it was boring or anything, but because it was 2:30 in the morning. And I was like, oh my. And then I kind of fought that off and got a second win. So when I went to bed at the end of the pay-per-view, I was wide awake. I was like, oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. But yeah. Well worth it.
Yeah, it was good. So let's just do a quick rundown of the results for the show. So on the pre-show, we had the Women's Tag Team Championships defended. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. They defeated... To regain their championships, they defeated Asuka and Charlotte Flair, that team that was thrown together for literally no reason at all that I can think of.
Because Charlotte.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Match was, what was it? It was another Ric Flair and Lacey Evans interruption, wasn't it, that basically broke the match down. Lacey Evans with her invisible knuckle dusters.
That was stupid, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like, I guess they couldn't find it. Knuckle dusters backstage. They just thought, we'll improvise and just use nothing, I guess. The fact that the camera pretty much looks right at the hand, and there's very clearly nothing in her hand. Was a bit.
Is that definitely what was supposed to happen? Because it looked like Ric Flair just put her fist together.
I don't know.
She was saying up for the woman's right. Because realistically, if Charlotte was there, ready for the taking, and all she would need to do is the woman's right, you wouldn't need knuckle dusters.
I guess. I know.
That's true. I think it was just the way she was holding the hand. She was holding it as though she was trying to hide something.
No,
you could be right. You could be right though, Sonny.
Yeah, afterwards she tried to put Sonny down the pants. Like she just, use something.
Maybe she just fancied a flick.
Maybe.
Flick Flair.
Yeah, I don't. God. But yeah, it was
that's
weird.
the name of this week's podcast sorted.
I'm not calling it that.
You're not calling it Flick Flair?
No.
Why?
It's either Flick Flair or Shiny Vagina, so it's up to you.
That's a good point.
To be honest, there's Flick Flair is the lesser of two evils.
I guess so, yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And it has multiple meanings. You flick as in get away from me, or
flick him in the forehead when he's misbehaving.
Fair enough.
Or you can flick a bean across a table or something.
We've gone there, kids. We've gone there.
Yeah, sorry, folks.
Look, if your children are listening to this podcast, anybody, then there is something wrong with you already. You know, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. Come on.
This podcast is not for children, probably.
Sorry, folks.
Yeah. Oh, video games and wrestling. My kids will love this. What? Shiny vaginas? No.
Flicking beans? What is going on?
I know. Hey, I meant baked beans, like, when one falls off your plate.
So did I.
Completely. What else did
Oh,
you
right.
You don't want to encourage your children to be flicking food around. That's where I was going.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Hey, stop flicking your beans. Oh, for Christ's sake!
Anyway, the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. So the new women's tag team champions are Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Congrats.
Big whoop.
Yeah.
So Drew McIntyre defending his WWE Championship against the one, the only, the legendary WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg.
Yeah. Yeah. It was alright, wasn't it? It was better than expected, but still not great.
Yeah, it was shit, really, to be honest, wasn't it?
It was a 3-move match.
Yeah.
It was.
That's basically what it was.
Goldberg was wearing Brock Lesnar's ring gear and there was other weird stuff going on. Like, it just felt weird. It didn't feel right as a championship match, you know?
Yeah, I thought you weird.
Why are you yawning?
I was thinking about the match and it made me yawn.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Good save.
Yeah.
Good save.
Really good save, yeah. So yeah, Goldberg speared Drew McIntyre through the barricades. It's a good job the fans cleared out the way in time for it. And then it was took back into the ring. Goldberg hit a couple of spears, a terrible looking jackhammer. But Drew ultimately came up trumps with the Claymore and took Goldberg's old ass head off.
Why can't he do his own move anymore? It's like one of two moves you do and he can't do it.
Yeah, I know. I don't need to see Goldberg anymore. That's it now. I'm done. It's done.
It did seem quite emotional at the end of it. So I don't know if that was like his final match, maybe it's the way of saying goodbye. Who knows?
Well, we've still got 2 years left on a deal. I don't think that's it. I do think he'll get dragged back maybe like for Saudi Mania shows and stuff like that. But
maybe.
I don't think that we need to. I don't think we need to see that anymore.
No. I agree.
Agreed.
Yeah. So a bang average match literally lasted 2 minutes 32 seconds.
Yes.
Wow.
That's the World Championship match.
Yeah. What?
Okay. Sasha Banks defended the SmackDown Women's Championship against Carmella, and it was an okay match.
Yeah, it was all right. I liked it.
Like I said before, I just want to see old Reg doing flips and shit.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure why Reginald got sent to the back though, because he saved Sasha, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's not like he did a move on her or anything. So I'm not quite sure why he got sent to the back. Carmella nearly killed herself as well at one point with the dive through the ropes, and she face planted the
there needs to be less dives in wrestling. Like every match has a dive on the outside.
Yeah, dive.
So dangerous. Like just don't. Just make it like a once every now and then special kind of thing.
Randy Orton's backstage just fuming.
Livid at dives and knee slaps.
I mean, I was having nothing against high flying or anything like that. It's just that particular move seems a bit dangerous for what little pop it gets these days.
Yeah.
There's no fans to pop.
Well, yeah.
People at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst one is the spear through the ropes. Like, how is that? How would you not land on his head yet doing that?
I know. Unbelievable, really.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like the only. In fact, no, he has been injured, hasn't he? Did he have an extended timeout? I can't remember.
Who's that? Big E?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's been out injured.
But it wasn't because of that, though, was it?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, either way, Sasha Banks won. It was an okay match, to be honest. I thought I like Carmella. I like a new character. Big fan of a new look. Yeah, that was an okay match. That lasted 10 minutes 25, so way longer than the men's Raw Championship.
Yeah, much longer. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
but at 2 minutes 30 for that Goldberg McIntyre match, that's kind of double the amount of time people expected it to be. So you've got to take what you can.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
People thought it'd be a minute and it'd be over. I thought.
I mean, we thought Goldberg was going to win.
Minutes.
So
Yeah, we thought was going to win everything.
I had McIntyre, but
yeah, I'm glad McIntyre won. Don't get me wrong.
yes. Oh god, yeah.
Next up was the women's Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
And I thought it was good. I thought it was the better of the two Rumble matches. Like in terms of execution, I thought.
Yeah, a few surprises in there, like Victoria and Tori Wilson, guys like that.
Yep. Although Tori Wilson's not even a surprise anymore. They drag her back for
Everything.
all the time. Everything.
Good point. Same with
great, by the way.
Molly Holly. Yeah, she's great, yeah.
Yeah, but it was good. It was nice to see the final two be who it was.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, it was nice for it not to be Charlotte. I know she was sort of, amongst it at the end, but it was cool to see Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair as the final two. And I thought they had a great sequence before, like, the final elimination as well. I really enjoyed the back and forth between the two of them. It was great. And this obviously was Rhea Ripley's call up to the main roster.
Yes, good.
I know we didn't see her on Raw or SmackDown this week, but she'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she looked great in it. So I think she eliminated seven women from the match, including Alexa Bliss. I quite like that bit. It looked like all the spooky stuff was going to go on. The lights were starting to go out, and then Rhea Ripley went, "Nope, not having that. See ya."
Nope,
and over she went. So yeah, that was quite cool. I'm glad that they didn't go down that route. It set us up to maybe think that something was going to happen in the men's, but ultimately it didn't. So
yeah, that's weird.
I'm glad they didn't. It was a cool way to kind of say, no, not tonight. See you later.
Yeah, and that was a little bit strange actually. When the lights and stuff started to go off, I was worried that the Royal Rumble was actually pre-recorded because obviously with the change of costumes and stuff that she's been going through recently, I thought, okay, has this been pre-recorded? But then of course she ended up getting thrown out, and all was fine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought it was a good. I thought it was a good Rumble match. So it was the first half of it was a tad slow. It got better, and then as you say, as it came down to the final two, it was much better. Congratulations to the production team at WWE for missing Bayley's elimination.
Yeah.
So well done on that.
A pivotal part of that Royal Rumble match.
Yeah.
A feud that's been, going on for a while now, Bianca Belair and Bayley, and you miss one of the big players in the Royal Rumble being eliminated. Well done. Really good.
Fantastic.
Good job.
Great stuff.
Of course, Bianca Belair ended up winning. She is now guaranteed a spot at WrestleMania for the Women's Championship, whichever one she will pick. Which one do you think she'll pick? There's been no tease of NXT, so that we can pretty much take that off the table. Do you think it'll be Asuka, or do you think it'll be Sasha Banks?
I think it'll be Sasha.
Yeah, I think it'll be Sasha as well.
Yeah, I do as well. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see those two go at it. I don't really know who I want to see Asuka take on. It's
probably Charlotte. And so it'll win because she wins everything.
I mean, that it looks like it's going to go that direction, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, based on what happened on Raw, yeah.
So, yeah. Next up, we had Roman Reigns defending the WWE Universal Championship against Kevin Owens in a last man standing match. And I'm not usually a fan of last man standing matches, but this one was really good.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, it was excellent.
Very cool. Got the goal spots. A bit of a botch towards the end. Which was a shame. But otherwise, really good.
Yeah, really, really good. It took a little while for Paul Heyman to get the handcuffs off Roman Reigns, which, made the ending perhaps look a little bit stupid. But the match itself...
the match itself is counting, and it's stopped for no reason. It's 5.
Shit, this is supposed to be done by now. What's going on? But it was... I enjoyed the rest of the match. Very spot heavy, went all through the backstage, but... with no live crowd there, I think that kind of thing is better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's no sort of silence from the arena when they can't see what's going on apart from on the screens. So, the fact that the fake crowd noise is there, and I thought the whole match was executed really well. Like the golf cart spot, it was obviously going to be acknowledged by the AEW guys. And Kenny Omega said they did it well and was respectful of it. Obviously, Sammy Guevara and Matt Hardy, they alluded to the fact they did it by putting up a gif of the time they did it, where Sammy Guevara got ran over by Matt Hardy. Golf carts aren't exclusive to any company. This has happened before. I believe it happened in WCW. It's probably happened in ECW. It even happened in Jackass. So
WrestleMania 17 says hi.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So golf cart spots are
done.
not new.
No, it's been done.
And, the comment sections were full of, AEW did it first. AEW did it first.
No,
They didn't. And that's just how it is. But look, that I knew as soon as it happened that comparison was coming. And we weren't disappointed. But good match overall. Roman Reigns beats Kevin Owens to retain the Universal Championship, which I did think was going to happen anyway. So, it was a good match. Really, really good.
Very cool.
And Roman keeps it until WrestleMania, 100% for me.
Yeah, I can't see him losing it.
No. Then we went on to the men's Royal Rumble, which, again, I enjoyed.
Yeah, me too. Very cool. Again, some nice returns. Christian, LES, going back.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like not actually really wrestling a whole lot and taking bumps, but no, he was taking a bunch of bumps. He's actually having a good match. So hopefully he's coming back properly, like Edge.
He's coming back on a part-time schedule, is what I've read.
Yeah, it was like Edge. Yeah,
which is cool.
I want to see like Edge and Christian versus like Usos or like Roman and Jay or Jimmy and or Jay. Guys like that. I think I just want to see them tag again. But then maybe they'll.
Yeah, I want to see
Edge versus Christian. I want that. Give me that.
Yeah, I definitely see there being an Edge and Christian versus another team match at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was great to see him back. Really, really good. Good to see him, play such a pivotal role in the Royal Rumble match itself. And it was a cool little moment when the two of them hugged in the ring. It was great. I loved Edge's smile when Christian made his entrance. That was great. Really, really nice. But Randy Orton sort of ducked out of the match midway through, claiming injury. And, Edge obviously eliminated the last person. Then Randy Orton came back out of nowhere, no pun intended, and was going to throw Edge out. Edge turned the tables, threw Randy Orton out to win the 2021 Royal Rumble. And we were both shocked and not disappointed. I really, really enjoyed it. I mean, obviously, the betting odds beforehand, Daniel Bryan at one point was favorite. Then the returning Seth Rollins, who did come back, was favorite. And at that point, when we saw that Rollins come back, knowing that he was favorite, we thought, right, okay, here's the winner. But again, they flipped it on us and had Edge win, which, none of us saw.
Yeah, not at all. But
no, like you say, I know Edge was favorite at one point, and a lot of people thought that with Edge coming back, that it was a cert that he was going to win the Rumble. But like you say, the odds changed massively. If you're into that sort of thing, the odds changed massively, and Seth Rollins was the big favorite, and with him coming back, and I actually thought that they botched the ending. It was just the way that Rollins went over the top rope. It looked as though he was supposed to hold on and come back in, and he actually didn't. But it clearly it wasn't a botch. That was the plan all along for Edge to win the Rumble. And like you say, we all kind of sat there in shock. Yeah, but not disappointed at the same time. So it's been cool. Yeah, definitely. It's been cool to see Edge on all three brands this week on WWE. The week of Edge. Yeah, definitely. Who do you see Edge challenging for the championship? I think it's Roman Reigns. Yeah, I want to say Roman. There's a lot of matches there that make sense. Like I say, Edge and Christian versus the Usos or Reigns and Jimmy. God, like that. Or Jay. Oh, honestly, that's legit like mess up. Jimmy and or Jay. Jimmy and or Jay. Yeah. But yeah, I think it makes sense to go against Roman.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I know he went to NXT, but I don't see. Although it was a really cool moment for Edge and to be in the mix there with Pete Dunne and Finn Balor, yeah, I don't see Edge challenging for the NXT Championship. Although I do think the NXT Championship will be defended at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And I think you're leaning towards Edge. Finn Balor and Karrion Kross there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's unfortunate for Pete Dunne. I think the reality is, as much as we love Pete Dunne and anyone in the UK wrestling loves Pete Dunne for everything that he's done and being the UK champion or NXT UK champion for so long, the reality is, if you're going to have the NXT belt defended at WrestleMania, it's going to be Balor and someone else. It could be Balor versus Dunne. Who knows? But I think that kind of it's a bit of a precursor as to what's going to happen in NXT over next weekend. I think you see Finn Balor take that belt into WrestleMania.
Definitely, yeah, I agree. I think Roman. Sorry, Finn, what were you going to say?
Let's say Kross. It reminded me, Kross going to be feuding with Santos Escobar at the minute, which is a bit random.
Only for now. I think that'll sort of finish it, because Escobar was called him out, I think, by saying that he's like the best wrestler on NXT and all this sort of stuff. And I think that'll be done after Vengeance Day, and then you'll see Karrion Kross sort of move into the title picture as we go towards WrestleMania.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a bit happy for Cruiserweight, but I guess it's a bit more eyes on the Cruiserweight division, which is good. All the good thing. I mean,
it's not for the title. It's not like a championship thing.
Oh no. But I think it's there to put more eyes on the Cruiserweight division, which is really a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
For all those sort of complaining in comment sections that Edge is too old, please remember that you are the ones that are singing along to Judas every week on AEW. So,
how Edge looks, he's in the best shape of his life.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
Jericho is not.
No.
Yeah,
but Jericho is considerably older than Edge by a few years, and is still putting in great matches. So it doesn't matter about your age, as long as you can work. I don't think it matters. Goldberg, we are looking at you there.
Talking of wrestlers in the best shape of their lives, Carlito.
Oh my God!
Unbelievable. Where's that come from?
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Lockdown's been good for him. He's been on the protein shakes.
Yeah.
Like you said the other day, swapped apples for protein shakes.
Yeah. Speaking of, he didn't have an apple with him. He was like looking at his hand like, my apple. Maybe you're going to find an apple backstage or something before he came out.
I think maybe he's not allowed to do the spitting spot.
Yeah.
No, maybe.
All things considered, it's probably not the best thing to do on live on TV at the minute.
No, probably not. He's been given a 3-week trial with WWE to as in like a producer / wrestling role. I think people are very impressed with him. So I definitely want to see more Carlito. I think he's looking great. Again, guy's only 41 and he's in incredible shape. That shape of his entire life. So this is cool. No pun intended. But yeah, it's great to see Carlito back. Really happy with that.
Cool. Oh yes, another big return, of course. Hurricane Helms.
Yeah.
I popped. He's about to do a double choke slam again on I think it was Lashley and Big E, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very cool. I liked it.
Yeah, really cool. Love the Hurricane. Love the Hurricane a lot. Good stuff. Yeah. But yeah, all in all, great show, I thought.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Really, really good. How did we do in the predictions?
I've lost track. I think I had Charlotte and Asuka to win the tag team titles or retain. I had Goldberg to win against Drew McIntyre.
So did I? Yeah.
I think it's Sasha for that match.
Yep.
I can't remember who I said would win the women's Rumble.
I think we all had Bianca, to be honest.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think we'd actually. Yeah, good point. But Roman for that championship match, which all the way again.
Yep.
And I think we said somebody said Daniel Bryan for the Rumble. I think I said Cesaro just because I really wanted to see him win.
I said Keith Lee, and he wasn't even in it because of
yeah, that's the same.
I said Daniel Bryan, Sasha. I said Drew though, and I said Nia and Shayna.
Yeah,
we were mostly right.
Yeah. And that's not because it was an overly predictable pay-per-view. Like we said on the pre-show before the pre-show that there was a lot of stuff that could have happened. We made a lot of out there predictions that I think the main one being that the Fiend would be there, but he wasn't at all. So I even said that John Cena would be there. So
he just couldn't see him. Okay.
Good show though. So I'm going to go for. I think it was like I think it was an A. I think it was an A with an A in the school grades.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
How would you grade the Rumble, Steve?
Yeah, I'd go with an A. A minus.
A minus.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
It was a strong showing. Good
strong show.
Yeah, I'll probably go A minus as well. Actually, I think because the tag team match with Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax was, and Goldberg versus Drew was, everything else was good.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So let's briefly go through the week in wrestling. But before we do, Lars Sullivan has been released. And no one cares. So genuinely couldn't care less. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, great, don't care less. Another person that's been released is Steve Cutler, who was part of the Forgotten Sons, and then more recently part of Baron Corbin's King's Court or whatever the fuck on Smackdown.
He was the one who got released when it was Ryko who said the stupid thing online.
Yeah.
There's sort of Ryko should have been let go. Then again, he was big and strong and has a beard, so they give him long.
Yeah, that's the WWE mold.
Exactly, yeah. Big strong beard.
Big strong beard. So yeah, this week's WWE was very sort of edge heavy.
Yep.
Obviously them teasing who he's going to challenge for the championship. Obviously, we all think it's going to be Roman Reigns, but Raw again, not a great show. Really?
Yeah.
Broken record, just way too long. I watching it and obviously fast forwarding through breaks and skipping over one or two little bits. It got to that 2 hour mark and I was ready to turn it off. Mm-hmm. But there's another hour. Yeah. And obviously I know that there's more things to come and I think, okay, I'll watch this. And I was intrigued to see Orton versus Edge for what is supposedly going to be the last time. I don't mind Orton versus Edge being on an episode of Raw. That's cool. Keep it away from pay-per-views. Now it's been done.
Yeah.
But
with Alexa and Randy as well at the end.
Yeah. So again, for me, it's just I don't want it to be a 3 hour show, but it always will be. So I perhaps just need to get over that, and it is what it is.
There is that, but it doesn't make it any better. It still should be a 2 hour show. There's no two ways about it. Pay-per-view should be 3 hours. The TV show should be 2 hours, and that's exactly how it should be. There's no other way about it. Riddle and Lashley, that was a bit of a cop out, and I see that carrying on for a little while. Yeah. Riddle will eventually win that championship, but they're obviously dragging it out to, I assume, the next pay-per-view, which I think is Elimination Chamber, but I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows?
Or Fastlane, whichever. Fastlane's the one right before WrestleMania, isn't it? So I think it will be Elimination Chamber later this month.
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah.
Okay. So another really lackluster episode of Raw. To be honest, not much of anything happened apart from Alexa turning up in the main event and Edge beating Orton and the tease of who's he going to wrestle going forward.
And once again, Jeff Hardy and Elias in a match together.
Yeah.
We can announce this. At least Carlito was there. Why don't you have Carlito versus Elias? We've had Jeff Hardy versus Elias so many times. Just put Carlito in there versus Elias. That'd have been fine. Don't make it a tag.
Yeah. That's the thing. They're just sort of running these feuds into the ground. Yeah. It's matches that we see every single week that we don't need to see. Riddle's been involved with the Hurt Business now for a good few weeks, and they had the opportunity to finish that this week, and they could have had Riddle win the championship, but they didn't, and that's going to carry on. I don't anticipate that Jeff Hardy and Elias is finished. And obviously, we've got the ongoing saga with Randy Orton and The Fiend, which I would imagine will end up in a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so. I think so as well. What do you think to? What do you think to Sheamus putting his name forward to be the next WWE champ?
I'm not mad at it, to be honest. I'm really not angry at it. He won't win the championship, so it really doesn't matter. I think that match will be okay. I think it'll be a good brawl between the two big men, but it doesn't bother me. I mean, it's just a stopgap as we move towards bigger things at WrestleMania. This is just Drew's next pay-per-view opponent, and that's fine. I think what we will end up seeing is Keith Lee winning the title from Drew. But because obviously Keith is having to self-isolate, I mean, I would imagine he's probably going to be back this week.
Yeah, I'd have thought so. If it's 10 days, I think the whole him and Nutsack having COVID was probably a week before as well. So you're probably heading towards 10 days by the time Raw rolls back around. Yeah.
So I think Sheamus will lose to Drew at Elimination Chamber, and then there'll be another challenger for Drew at Fastlane, and then they'll build toward, or they'll have like a tag match, like some sort of cop out before the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania, and then it will be Keith versus Drew at WrestleMania. Which because we've obviously said that Reigns will go for Edge will go for Reigns, and it'll be Balor versus Cross, and Keith Lee versus Drew McIntyre would be great.
Yeah, really.
Take that, definitely. I think it'd be good. It'd be good for Keith Lee. It'd be good for him to win as well. That'd be amazing.
Definitely, 100%. So, all in all, another lackluster episode of Raw, but it's just what we come to expect now.
Yeah, I was going to say Damian Priest was there as well.
Oh, of course, Damian Priest. And actually, to be honest, I didn't hate the Bad Bunny spots on Raw. I didn't dislike it. I thought it actually went well with what they were trying to do with Priest, introducing him onto the Raw roster. What I do see is I do see Bad Bunny and Priest teaming up at some point, maybe against Miz and Morrison.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know Bad Bunny is like a big wrestling fan, and he's a huge star, apparently. So I guess I was on WWE, and Bad Bunny gets to live out his dream as a wrestler, I guess.
Yeah, fine. Okay, fine. But just get it out of the way. All right.
The rumor, sorry to cut across you there. The rumor in terms of like with Bad Bunny is that he will be at WrestleMania. He's actually training at the Performance Center as and when he can. But he won't be partnering with Damian Priest at WrestleMania to face Miz and Morrison. He'll be partnering with Booker T.
That makes sense.
Okay. Talk. All right.
Might explain why Booker T is looking absolutely jacked at the minute as well. So,
the guy's absolutely ripped, especially as he cosplayed as G.I. Bro again on Royal Rumble.
Yeah. So
that makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
Talk. Yeah. And do you know what? If this Bad Bunny guy, if he's training at the Performance Center, he's a huge wrestling fan, then do you know what? Fair play to him. You're living the dream, mate. And if you're going to be at WrestleMania,
more power to you. Here's the thing, absolutely. Right? I never have an issue with celebrity cameos if they're putting the work in. If they are genuine wrestling fans and, they are willing to sort of put the work in and train to not give us a shitty match at WrestleMania. I mean, look at Stephen Amell, the guy who played Arrow when he was, he put the work in. Yeah, it was great. He looked great. So he put the work in to to give us a good match. And there are others as well that have put the work in to give us great matches as well, celebrity-wise. So, if Bad Bunny is training and it is going to be Booker T and Bad Bunny versus Miz and Morrison at WrestleMania, I'm totally fine with it. That, because it's nothing more than an exhibition, and that's all it needs to be.
Yeah. And that's kind of the, I don't know, what would you call it, the heritage or the history of WrestleMania is that it is celebrity heavy. That's what it was designed for.
I would rather see a wrestler that gives a shit about wrestling and is a fan than somebody who's there for a payday.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously a fan. He's done a song about Booker T. You know? Like that's the lead single from his album is Booker T. So, he's obviously a fan of the business, and that's great. So, I don't know what. I've got Kay stood next to me at the minute. Kay, what do you think about Bad Bunny being at WrestleMania? She just laughed.
Oh.
Clearly not a fan of Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
She was listening to his album on repeat. So,
Oh, weird.
She's trying to be cool. She's trying to be cool on the podcast.
She's trying to fit in with the kids, but she's there listening to Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all right trying to be cool, saying that you don't like Bad Bunny, but when you're sitting there listening to Bad Bunny, no leg
we'll
to stand
see. We'll see it at the end of the year when you're all putting your bloody Spotify rewind for 2021.
Yeah.
And there it is, plastered all over Instagram. 4,000 listens.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. Yeah, Kay's Spotify most played at the end of 2021. Booker T by Bad Bunny.
Followed by Judas, because she's a massive
Followed by Judas, because she's a huge mark. But Judas is on your Spotify, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. She hates us all, she says.
That's fine.
Yeah, we're okay with it.
Yeah, happens.
Yeah.
I haven't got to live with it. You have, Sonny. So
that's true. Right, let's move on to NXT. NXT was a great show this week. Really good. The Dusty Cup is excellent this year. Really excellent. It's good every year, but it's really, really excellent this year. The semi-finals are shaping up to be, epic. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Loved Lucha House Party versus Legado del Fantasma. I thought that was a great match. Could have been longer, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty
of spots, plenty of flips. What more do you want?
Yeah, I really like Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
great back.
Yeah.
Good faction. Yeah. I don't think Escobar is 205 either. I'm having none of that. This guy's massive.
He's pretty huge.
It's the Buddy Murphy syndrome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very
Buddy Murphy. Yeah. 502. But yeah, so Legado del Fantasma and Lucha House Party had a great match. Legado del Fantasma are in the semi-finals against MSK. Holy shit, what a match that is going to be next week. Really excited for that. They spoke as well after the Legado match, and they're cool, they're funny. I really like them. I'm rooting for them. I want them in the final.
Yeah, me too. I think it'd be them and Ciampa and Thatcher.
See, I don't think it will be. I think it'll be them and Grizzled Young Veterans.
Ooh.
I think there's going to be some sort of breakup with Thatcher and Ciampa. There's no way that it I don't think anyway. I think it finishes with another match between Thatcher and Ciampa. I don't think it ends with Thatcher and Ciampa winning the Dusty Cup. But I wouldn't really like that, to be honest. I really wouldn't.
Well, they've done it before, haven't they? Where two wrestlers are in a feud, they put them together, they go to the Dusty Cup, and I can't remember for the life of me who it was, but they won it.
Well, they had Balor and Joe, and they had Riddle and Pete Dunne.
Yeah. So it's been done. I don't think. I'm with you. I exactly what you've said. I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think Grizzled Young Veterans versus MSK in the final would be an absolute show stealer as well.
That'd be really good.
Be so good, really good. But another really good match is Thatcher and Ciampa. They won their match. It was really good again.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're pushing towards Kushida versus Johnny Gargano, which is going to be fantastic, which I'm really, really excited for. That's going to happen at TakeOver, definitely. We're probably going to get Austin Theory versus Dexter Lumis as well.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Yeah, the women's Dusty Cup as well is going strong. I can see Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez winning it.
Yeah, I can see them winning it and then winning the tag titles from whoever had them at the time.
Good.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good.
Give him a go on NXT. Let Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez float between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. That'd be brilliant. Love that.
Yeah.
Well, that was the idea of the belts in the first place, wasn't it? And then it never really happened.
No, I think Sasha and Bayley were on NXT like once or something.
Once, yeah.
Once.
Yeah. So I could tell you what, Katie Catanzaro, tremendous athlete, but really needs to work on that finish because it looks it looks so dangerous. Yeah,
need to land on their face as well.
Pretty much. She almost landed feet first on Dakota Kai or Raquel Gonzalez. Can't remember which one it was on their face.
Jumps and just flips and just goes, whatever. It flips itself in random direction.
Yeah, so I'm gonna land one way or another. So it's gonna go one way, one of two ways, good or bad. We'll just see. But I like Katie Catanzaro, and she's not Lacey Lane anymore, is she? What's her name?
Kaden Carter.
Yes, Kaden Carter. Sorry, she was Lacey Lane before. She was in the Mae Young Classic as Lacey Lane. So, we got Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai, and who else have we got in the women's? Huh?
I think that was it for this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, the next week we've got another match, haven't we?
Yeah, I can't remember who it is.
Yeah,
for the life of me.
No, I can't. But I see. I definitely see Raquel and Dakota winning it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I think.
Sure.
I mean, if they're taking on whoever as you said, Finn, whoever the tag champs are. I mean, on Raw they had a triple threat or triple threat tag match, didn't they?
Yeah.
And it's Naomi and Lana. They're going to face Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. So Baszler and Jax win.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Don't want another thrown together team. Another pointless team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Then we had the really cool segment with we had a great cruiserweight title match actually. Sorry, before we're going to the Edge stuff, with Santos Escobar defending the cruiserweight championship against Kurt Stallion. Great name, by the way.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Great name. So that was a good match, really good. I like Kurt Stallion. This is really because I don't watch 205, so although maybe I should. He's starting to look good again now.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I keep needing to jump back into. I just getting all about the time, but
because that's at the Capital Wrestling Center now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, so I keep meaning to jump back in. I just never get a chance or forget.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, that was really good, and obviously they teased the match between Karrion Kross and Santos Escobar, which Kross will definitely win, and then move on to Finn Balor, which he'll wrestle at WrestleMania. Great, good stuff. Happy with that.
Cool. And by the way, the women's match for next week will be the Way, Candice LeRae and Jenny Hartwell versus Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart.
Yes. Ooh. Yeah. So that's for a place in the final. I see Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart winning there because they're like the face tag team.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I don't think you'll have the Way and Dakota and Raquel Gonzalez. There'd be two heel teams fighting each other, which doesn't make any sense. So plus Shotzi's fucking awesome.
Yeah, she is great. She's great.
Good segment. Tony Storm wrestled this week, and then Mercedes Martinez came out of nowhere, beat her up, and then them two just beat the crap out of each other until the champion Io Shirai turned up, did a cool moonsault, flattened them both, and stood tall with the championship. And she will be defending that at NXT Takeover Vengeance Day against the two of them. So that's going to be good. I do think this is where Io Shirai loses the championship, though.
Ooh,
possibly,
maybe.
Did she go to the main roster after that?
Yes. Yes. Or maybe after WrestleMania. I think she challenges again at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'd also see her having a match at Mania against someone.
I think she will. I think both NXT championships are going to be defended at WrestleMania if what I read earlier is to be believed.
Yeah.
But I see Tony Storm winning the championship. Truly, I do.
Yeah, I'm going to see that.
Good, yeah.
I would like Asuka to beat Charlotte at WrestleMania and for her and Io Shirai to have a program for the Raw Women's Championship.
Ooh, yeah.
That is pretty good. That is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would make you want to watch Raw. Definitely.
Yeah, it would, yeah.
Yeah. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. And then we had the really cool segment between Edge, Finn Balor, and Pete Dunne. It's cool seeing Edge on NXT. Cool to give Pete Dunne such a, like a big push up, and obviously endorsed Finn Balor to the moon as well. Great segment. Isn't going to result in Edge challenging for the NXT championship, but it is what it is. But I'm really looking forward to Pete Dunne versus Finn Balor at TakeOver next weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
That'll be a great match.
Yeah. Definitely. So that was NXT. Just quickly breeze through AEW. Another great show again this week. Has anyone had a chance to see it? Steve, you watched the right episode?
Yeah, it was the one where Sting came out. Like, who saw that coming? Oh no, that was that weeks ago. Sorry. No, I did watch it, and I have watched the correct one this week because I double checked. Yeah, it was all right. It was a fine episode. Battle Royal started it off. That was to determine. It was a tag team battle royal to determine the number one contenders to the tag team titles, which will be defended at Revolution. Is that the next one? Yeah. So MJF and Jericho won that. I don't know whether they'll take the belts off the Young Bucks just yet. I can see there being there's obviously discontent within the Inner Circle. So whether that plays into it in this tag match and the Young Bucks keep it. But there's also the Young Bucks are at odds with Good Brothers as well. So who knows with that one? There's something shenanigans could happen there. Really good match between... sorry, go on.
I think we're looking at the beginning of the end for the Inner Circle, perhaps, or at least,
yes, yeah.
Or they keep going, and MJF is the one that gets booted out because obviously afterwards there was sort of teasing dissension with the Inner Circle, like within the Inner Circle, and then Sammy Guevara stormed out, Jericho followed, then MJF had Wardlow close the door so he could address the rest of the Inner Circle. So I don't see MJF taking over the Inner Circle. I see him getting kicked out, if anything. But I think what we'll get is a Sammy Guevara face turn out of this.
Yeah.
What I really want is I want LAX, Santana and Ortiz. I want them to be the tag team. I want them to be the focal point, going for the tag team championships, not MJF and Jericho. And like you, I don't see them winning the titles.
No.
Yeah, that makes sense. An actual tag team.
Great, great entertainment.
Yeah.
Really good.
Oh, yeah, definitely. What else did we have? We had Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa, which I thought was a great match.
Good match, really good match. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Thunder Rosa.
Match. Yeah, probably the best women's match I've seen on AEW.
Possibly, they've had some good ones though recently. I love Britt Baker; she's so good.
Yeah. Don't you two have frozen?
No, I've not.
There you go. You're back. Yeah, you had
we're
frozen.
back. We're all good.
My end. We're still here, people. Great match. False finishes. It was good to see that it was given time as well.
Yeah, loads of time. It was really long. It was good.
Yeah, I think it was well over 10 minutes, that match. So it was great. There's going to be a women's tournament as well. That's going to incorporate a lot of Japanese female wrestlers.
Cool.
That's going to determine who challenges for the AEW women's title.
That would be a crossover
as well. That would be a hell of a crossover.
The one thing that confused me about that is obviously they announced the Japanese side and then they announced the American side, and Riho was on the American side.
Yeah,
but I'm assuming that's because she's signed to AEW.
I believe so. Yeah, because the Japanese wrestlers are obviously from various Japanese companies. So yeah. Then we had the Kip Sabian and Penelope, as Booker T says, Penelope wedding. I could do without this sort of stuff. I know wrestling is all about the silly bollocks, but
yeah, I could do without it as well. I didn't. Look, I think Miro is super entertaining. Truly, I do. I like Kip Sabian, and I think Penelope Ford is lovely. And it was cool to see Sinister Minister there as well. But I thought the segment as a whole was a mess, but I don't like wedding segments. I don't think any of them have really been ever any good.
No. And I think as well, you could look at it kind of two ways as well. So we've criticised AEW for bringing WWE into things far too often.
Yeah.
Again, Jim Ross was at it again this week. He said the line, and that's the bottom line, as someone famously said. It's like, just leave it. I wonder who that was. But some of the things that have come out. So this wedding segment, what Miro was wearing was the same as what he wore on his wedding segment when he was Rusev in WWE. Yeah. So it was the same outfit. And then when he attacked that massive box as well, he was like, I've been here before. I've seen that. And then he starts fighting that box and there was nothing in it. And it always ends in someone either getting a face full of cake or someone coming out of the cake, and we had both because Orange Cassidy came out of the cake and attacked Kip Sabian.
Yeah,
with the help of Chuck. So
yeah. But it served its purpose. But I could do without wedding segments. It was probably too long, and
it was definitely too long.
The funniest bit was where the crowd was singing "What Is Love." That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
But otherwise, yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of wedding segments anyway. But and it is what it is. That's wrestling. It is.
Yeah.
It's been happening for years and years, and will probably happen for years and years to come.
Yeah, it's been done to death, but
it has been done to death. Yeah, 100% it has. Yeah. So that was that.
We had a lumberjack match: Kingston versus Archer. Fine. Didn't think much to it, to be honest.
No, same. I didn't either.
And then the main event was Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers versus John Moxley, Pac, and Ray Phoenix.
Talent.
6 great wrestlers on show.
Unbelievable.
Fantastic. Yeah, really, really good. Just what you would expect from that sort. Plenty of hard hits, plenty of flips, plenty of dives, all the good stuff. Omega and the Good Brothers win. They carry on beating down Phoenix after the match. Then Moxley gets beat up. Archer comes down and attacks Omega and the Good Brothers. I guess that's because he's had issue with them before. Yeah. And then out of nowhere, Moxley gets attacked, and it's Kenta.
Oh. Kenta, yeah. So Kenta, formerly Hideo Itami, 205 Live jobber, and
he was unfortunate. He was unfortunate in NXT, wasn't he? He had lots of injuries.
Yeah, he had really bad injuries, and I mean, it didn't work the way it should have done it because the guy is super talented. It just didn't work the way it should have. But hey, the bond has been made at New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW working relationship. The possibilities are endless, and I just hope. I mean, this is great. So we're going to get Kenta and Moxley. There's obviously a tag match next week with Moxley and someone. Is it Archer?
I think it might be, yeah.
Or no, it might be Ray Phoenix. I can't remember. Either way, and it's going to be, and Kenta's going to be involved as well with Kenny Omega. So that's going to be special. I mean, shit, holy shit.
It sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I hope that we get Okada in AEW at some point. Oh my god, just Okada versus Omega, and it would just be perfect.
Superb. Yeah, it'd be superb. So I believe Kenta is the New Japan. Is he? Have I got this right? He's the New Japan's equivalent to like the Money in the Bank holder.
Yeah,
and that's what it is. And he's the IWGP
United States champion.
Yeah. So that's why he was there, I guess.
But now that this wall has been broken, I want to see Moxley with the IWGP United States Championship on TV.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because obviously, this is all building toward that. This is all building that feud. So that's what I want to see that now. Yeah. I want to, now that wall's been broken down, we can have more of this on TV. It's going to be the possibilities are endless. And obviously you've got the working relationship ongoing with Impact as well, obviously, because the Good Brothers are there. And this is an incredible time to be a wrestling fan, and AEW are really making wrestling intriguing and exciting again. WWE will always be WWE. They'll always be, the big show. Yeah, but AEW now is like it's just since AEW came along, wrestling's become a lot more interesting. Finn is so happy with himself with that Big Show reference, by the way. But the possibilities now are endless. They really are, and it's super exciting. And I just cannot wait. I'm really looking forward to next week's Dynamite to see Kenta in action. And it's weird because it just feels different now. I know we've seen Hideo Itami wrestle a million times in WWE on NXT and whatever, but now he's in his true form. Bullet Club and all that sort of stuff. And now we get to see it on America, on American Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, like say there was with that 6-man tag, 3 of those are former WWE employees. Does not feel like a WWE match when you watch it. Yes,
absolutely not.
Yes, you've got the other 3 guys in there that obviously make that difference. But I didn't sit there thinking, "Oh gosh, this is like going back 5 years when all these guys were in WWE." It felt like an AEW match. They were AEW /Impact guys and it felt different, and that's exactly what you want, because there's only so much WWE you can watch. Sometimes I wish I didn't have to watch the main roster and just watch NXT. But SmackDown is good, so that's fine. But yeah, AEW is good. I'm enjoying it. Like I said, it wasn't a classic episode of Dynamite. There's a few slow matches, a few bits I could have done without. But overall, a good show, and look forward to next week.
Yeah, I totally agree. So, before we move on to SmackDown, the cool news this week is that New Japan Pro Wrestling are going to be bringing an hour show to Roku TV, to the Roku channel.
Cool.
The Roku channel is you can, if you just say the words Roku into your Sky remote, it will bring up the Roku channel, and you'll be able to watch it for free.
Awesome, that's good. Was it an hour? Did you say?
It's just an hour. Yeah, it's going to be starts February the 11th, and it's going to be an hour every Thursday, which is great. So I'm really excited for that. It'd be cool to see. We actually get to watch a bit of New Japan, and in this country, and hopefully, we'll start to be able to follow that as well.
Cool. Yeah.
So, moving on to SmackDown. Not a lot really happened this week. Obviously, the main Roman Reigns came out to start the show, and wanted Edge to respect him, and feels like he had been disrespected. Okay, that's fine, but not really an awful lot else happened. We had a good triple threat match for the IC title between Big E, Apollo Crews, and Sami Zayn. Big E still the Intercontinental Champion, as he will be for a while, I would imagine.
Oh
yeah.
Edge still didn't make a decision. He just came out, and Kevin Owens came, hit the stunner on Reigns. So we're going to get Kevin Owens versus Reigns in some capacity again. What I think it might be Edge and Kevin Owens versus Reigns and Jay.
Yeah, are they okay with that?
I think we get that before we get Edge and Christian teaming up.
Yeah, maybe something happened to the match. Maybe Kevin Owens gets taken out or something, and then Christian comes down and helps Edge in the match or something like that.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Owens gets attacked backstage before and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that could definitely happen. Yeah.
Yeah,
sounds good. They should book you, Finn. Definitely.
Yeah, they should.
They should employ you to be a booker.
yeah, do it. I'm free.
There's the other cool segment was Bianca Belair and the teasing her going up against Sasha Banks potentially at WrestleMania, and she whipped the living shit out of Reg.
Yeah, she did. Did you see the bit where she did the backstage interview before that, and they showed the video of her mum and dad celebrating?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Get that, yeah.
Did you see that, Finn?
No, I think I skipped it.
So basically, they showed Bianca Belair's parents celebrating her winning the Royal Rumble, and her dad is like standing on a table and celebrating. But then there's another bit where obviously whether they were live streaming it or just recording themselves because they knew that she was going to win. And he goes to climb back over the settee, and the settee falls backwards. He falls off. And they showed that bit. And like Bianca Belair's laughing. I thought that was really cool. That really, really made me laugh. I'll have to try and find that. It's really funny.
That sounds absolutely awesome. But,
yeah, it was funny.
So I mean, I think we are going to get Sasha versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania for the belt. But yeah, it was a pretty much very much we now need to start building for the next pay-per-view type show this week. Maybe it's quite a lot of filler in there, and then next week I think we'll start to see a bit more movement in terms of preparing for the Elimination Chamber. But all in all, not a bad week of wrestling at all.
No, it was good. A lot of it, but for the most part, it's good.
Yeah, I didn't have a chance to catch up with Impact and MLW this week just because of the sheer amount of wrestling that there was because of the Royal Rumble. But all in all, it wasn't a bad week at all, not by any stretch.
No. Happy days.
Yeah, happy days. Right, so we've been recording. So you've got a long one this week, fans. An hour and 50, pretty much. But it's been been a blast recording again. Looking forward to recording next week, and also doing the pre-show before the pre-show for NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day. But for now, this has been episode 130 of the Games and Graps podcast. We are a weekly video game and wrestling podcast that posts on all podcast services everywhere.
Everywhere.
And facebook.com/Games and Graps and youtube.com/Games Graps. We will be back next week with more gaming and wrestling chatter. But for now, my name is Sonny G. I've been with Finn Steele.
Goodbye.
And Steve.
Goodbye.
We are Team Games and Graps, and we'll see you next week. Take it easy, guys. Goodbye.
Thanks very much. Goodbye.
Ciao for now.
Doodles.
Divas.
Nutsack.
What? Shiny vaginas?